Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and today I wanted to try and use the DualSense Edge to control the PS3. I do have a working DualShock 3 controller. It's a newer one I bought, but my old one that I've had since I've had the console is pretty beat up. It still works, but it's not that nice, so I'm thinking there's a good chance that other people's are probably either just busted or they don't have one, lost it. And I know when the PS4 came out, they were saying that the DualShock 4 would work on it, but you had to use it with a USB connection. And I've seen some people say that they've used them over Bluetooth. And then I've seen videos that the DualSense controller for the PS5 works. So this is the Edge. It should be the same thing. I mean, it's basically a DualSense. It's just a slightly nicer version. So I'm curious if this one will work as well. And I'm now on the XMB. This is the USB cable that came with the PS5. So this is a little different than the DualSense Edge one, but it's a officially supported one just in case for some reason. Sometimes your cheaper cables that come with junk stuff don't support data over the connection. But sure enough, I'm hooked up here. And it all seems to work just fine. Now there are a few caveats. The home button doesn't work, so you can't bring that up. PS3 wallpapers. So it looks like all the buttons are working. And the capture button acts as the select instead of the touchpad, so the touchpad's completely unused. So it seems to work fine using the cable, and that's okay, but I would like to see if it can be used with Bluetooth. So I'm going to go down here to accessory settings and then manage Bluetooth devices and scan, and then I'm going to unplug this DualSense and then put it in pairing mode, which will be the capture and the PS button until it blinks. And now it's popped up. I'm assuming if I would plug this back in, it'll cancel the pairing, so I am going to have to turn on my DualShock 3 controller now. So now that I have my DualShock 3 controller connected and I can control the screen, I'm going to select the DualSense Edge. And you can see how it instantly connected. So it does look like in order to do this with a Bluetooth connection, you'll have to have a PS3 controller, or if you have the remote or something. So that would be if you still want to use the nicer controller just for ergonomics, but otherwise you pretty much have to invest in a PS3 controller anyway, unless you want to go wired. So that seems to be a little bit of a trade-off there. And now I can go right back in here and use it just as I did before. Now I do believe that motion controls don't work. At least I've seen that with other older videos, so I don't think that's too much of a loss if that's the case, although there are a few games that you're stuck using them. But in general, I think that's a fair trade-off. Now I don't feel any vibration, so that seems to be one of the unfortunate things, is if you go out of the strike zone, it should start vibrating. So that makes it a lot harder to tell where your pitch is going to be at. So there you have it. There's a couple of ways to do it. The wired is more convenient, but it is nicer to do it over Bluetooth, but it does look like you're going to have another input device to be able to select the DualShock when it's in pairing mode. With that being said, you might lose a few features. I would still say that being able to use the modern DualSense controller on a console this old is still an upgrade over using the original DualShock 3. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.